Well, howdy, Wasteland. You've tuned in to the season 2 of the Wild Wastelanders Wednesday podcast. I'm your host, Marty the Nuka Boy, and I sit down with other Fallout creators where we discuss at length collecting, prop making, cosplay, and everything else that goes under the Fallout umbrella. So, without further ado, let's dive into the episode and have a nice listen or watch.
I'm pretty goat coded.
Mm-hmm.
My whole brand is surrounded around goats, and that's because I actually used to raise them. I grew up on a goat farm, so that's a pretty prominent thing. And I also traded goats for my first PC, so that's some lore.
I
in
was
my
hoping you
community.
would
So it
drop
couldn't-
that. All right, hi, howdy, Wasteland. It's Marty the Nuka Boy here again, and we're bringing you more one-on-ones. Today, I got a special one. It's I like to call them the Wasteland Trio because we had Onyx here not too long ago, so we're gonna get the other part of the equation, and it's Pickled Goat. How are you doing?
Hello. Good. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. I think it was actually Onyx's idea that we had to bring you on, and I agreed. So here you
Oh
are.
boy. Oh, I'm like filling some big shoes then.
Right. I mean, he's been he popped into a couple of the after shows that we've been doing for season 2. So no spoilers there. I know you said you haven't caught up with that yet, but yeah, I mean it's been a whole lot of fun, and he spilled some beans on your guys' collaborative cosplay. So like, I don't know how much of that you want to reveal, but he did spill some beans on that.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's shared. I've bbeen trying to kind of keep things on the down low just a little bit, but if he's sharing stuff, then I'm not gonna hold back either. So he's already putting stuff out there.
Just I mean, stuff that you can kind of deduce, from what it looks like, the whole Bar Harbor thing, but nothing specific. But yeah,
I'll give any details out.
All right, yeah, we'll leave that up to you for sure. But yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to start off with that handle of yours. How'd you come up with that?
Oh boy. So it's a little bit of a long story. I don't know how long of a story we want to listen to, but I am a certified yapper. I do stream, so I'm really good at talking. But it's a little bit of a long story. But one of the cool things that a lot of people early on in my community knew about is I'm pretty goat coded. My whole brand is surrounded around goats, and that's because I actually used to raise them. I grew up on a goat farm, so that's a pretty prominent thing. And I also traded goats for my first PC, so that's some lore.
I
In
was
my
hoping you
community.
would
So it
drop
couldn't-
that.
yeah. So it had to be included. Goats had to be included at some point. And when I first started making content, and when I first started getting into streaming, I really wanted something that was recognizable and unique, something that would really just confuse people almost. So I was like, okay, what other thing can we use? And I was like, okay, well, I really am a little obsessed with pickles. I'm really obsessed with pickled fish, pickles in general, any like type of pickled vegetable. So I was like, oh, pickled goat just sounds icky
Right.
almost. So I'm like, let's go with that. And like, let's see if that's a hit and if people think that that's kind of fun. And it immediately stuck. I honestly was planning on changing the IGN if it didn't do very well in the first couple of months of stuff, but it stuck and people became obsessed with it. And
There you go.
now here we are.
Right. I mean, it's a it's definitely a conversation starter for sure. I mean that's why I brought it up because it's I mean I always like to ask um, about this sort of stuff. I mean it's your persona out there, right? Like
Yeah.
people will ask questions, so I was hoping that it would be a kind of a story like that. And I totally love the traded four goats, or was it four goats for your first computer?
Yeah.
What kind of a PC was that?
Yeah. Well, and it was kind of a weird situation, to give just and technology was just not a thing where I grew up.
Hmm.
It wasn't really an option. So this happened when I started university. So it was a little bit later in life, and I was like, I really need a computer to be able to play Minecraft with all of the other cool kids at my
Hmm.
university. And so I was like, well, I don't really have a lot of money,
Hmm.
but I have critters. And so, funny enough, one of my mutuals at school was like, well, my family's really trying to get some goats to just have around as pets. And I'm like, well, do I got a deal for you?
Hmm.
And so they were all techie and loved to make build PCs. And so I was like, this is great. So it was a crappy PC.
Hmm.
Not to say it was just bad, but it was just a put together PC. It was just kind of strung together.
Hmm.
And we just traded those goats so I could at least start somewhere
Right.
with the PC because I had never owned one before.
Hmm.
But it was just a really cool thing. And the critters got to go to a really loving home, and I got to
Well, that's
receive
good.
pictures of them like years afterwards. So it just was a really good trade, and it helped me start gaming. That was
Right.
kind of the pivotal moment of when I started actually playing games.
Hmm.
So it was a pretty big deal.
That's awesome. I mean, I just love that origin story. I mean, who has anything even comparable? Like you're definitely the first person that I can say traded livestock for a computer.
Yeah.
It's such an awesome story. Um,
Mhm.
and I mean, totally on brand, for you. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like goats are it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
literally um, part of your brand, which is cool. Um, so, what was your sort of a first exposure to Fallout? I mean, you said you started with Minecraft
Yeah.
on PC. What did the start of that journey look like?
Yeah, so it actually dates back a little bit before the whole PC shenanigans.
Hmm.
So like I said, grew up in an area, just gaming in general was just a very negative thing. It was the stereotype of, oh, if you're one of them skater
Right.
people or if you're one of them gamers,
Nerds.
you're gonna be a horrible person. Like that's bad.
Hmm.
I actually got exposure to Fallout 3 first.
Hmm.
And it was through one of my friends who was fortunate enough to actually have a console.
Mm.
So I didn't get to play, but I got to watch. So it would be a lot of just weekend hangout
Hmm.
sessions, just watching a lot of BioShock and a lot of Fallout 3,
Nice.
was what I was exposed to. And again, moving forward, pre-PC shenanigans, but I begged my family. I was like, all I want is an Xbox. And finally, they were like, okay, you're like 17. I suppose we can give you something. You've never like asked for anything else. I suppose we'll give it. So that was in 2015.
Hmm.
And if we know anything about 2015, that's when Fallout 4
Hmm.
and all of that stuff was kicking up and doing their partnerships with Xbox. So I had two games that came with my Xbox. It was Gears of War
Hmm.
and Fallout 4.
Oh, nice.
And so I just played the crap out of those games.
That's awesome.
Um, but I could only play it between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. Like
Those are the best
it was
hours,
very,
honestly.
those were the only hours I was allowed to play games because it was a lot of doing chores, a
Hmm.
lot of IRL stuff, and that was the only time. And I wasn't even supposed to really be playing it. I think they kind of wanted to buy that console for me, and then they were kind of hoping I would just never play it
Right.
because I'd be so busy. And then I ended up taking that with me to college. So the obsession with Fallout was there
Hmm.
at that point. And then it just continued to expand
Hmm.
when I was in university. But it was kind of a weird thing because I was the only Fallout person. There were
Mm,
not really a lot of people that were. Everybody was all about Valorant, and back then it was Overwatch. It was all about
right,
like the
right.
competitive games. Um, and so I was kind of the one person that was obsessed with Fallout, and I had a lot of these posters
Hmm.
like with me during that time all over my dorm room, and people are like, "Oh, you're a Fallout fan? Okay." Uh, that's kind of a weird pull, but all right. Um, but yeah, so I was kind of just the obsession was there, but it kind of just was minimal, I
Right.
should say,
Didn't have
because there
anybody to
weren't.
share it with.
Yeah, there
Hmm.
was no one to just be like, "Oh man, like don't you just hate Sean?" Like, you know, like there was no one to just really nerd out
Hmm.
about Fallout with. That came on later down the road,
Hmm.
honestly. Quite a few years actually.
Right, right. It and it's funny because earlier I was interviewing Mike from Punch and Graphics and Atomic
Oh
Missy
yeah.
Cosplay.
Mhm.
Virtually the same story. Mike was the gamer, started with Fallout 3, and Missy was the one watching because she's not much of a gamer, but she enjoyed the hell out of it. Just watching him play and the aesthetics and whatnot. And then like my entrance into the Fallout was Fallout 4 when it came out. I had just gotten myself a gaming laptop, and like I was telling them, I couldn't play it for about 2 weeks after the release because I was at work, like stuck in the mountains for months on end. And so when I finally came home, it was that Christmas break. I just didn't put it down. Like once I turned it on, I loaded the game. It was just like Fallout 4,
Yeah.
and prior to that, I was exposed to some Fallout 3, also in college, but I don't remember much of that. I wasn't that much of a gamer back then either, but I was more into like strategy games, and not
Yeah.
really that the online aspect of it wasn't really there for me, and I just like to do things on my own. So when Fallout 4 came along, that was just kind of right up my alley. Because like any
Yeah.
game I would play, it would be the campaign, the single player. I don't do multiplayer because like I was telling them, like dying every 3 seconds is not my idea of fun. Like
Yeah.
I just don't have the skill set it requires, to be so good at a game where I can last more than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an interesting time because like back then I wasn't collecting anything. It was literally just the game. Like
Yeah.
that was Fallout for me. But I mean, what a time it was because it was just like that's when I really fell in love with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
and I just went nose deep,
uh-huh.
honestly. Like I agree. Like it was kind of the same for me with Fallout 4. It was like I'm just holding on to this game,
Hmm.
and it was kind of a weird thing, but I'm not kidding when I say I would play Fallout 4 just over and over and over.
Hmm.
Like you could ask my college like dorm mates. They were probably just like, "What is wrong with this gal?" Because I would legitimately just play it over and over. Like
Hmm.
I'd get to the end of the game and then be like, "Oh, okay, time to make a new character."
Right.
Immediately starts playing another one.
Hmm.
And I kind of went nose deep in with that because I loved Fallout and I played a lot of Fallout, but there was a full like esports team
Hmm.
at my college, and it was a tech college, so
Hmm.
everybody loved games. And so then immediately they're like, okay, we're going to get you into Overwatch, we're going to
Hmm.
have you try some Counter-Strike, you're going to get into COD, you're going to play all of this.
Hmm.
And so I started playing and nose dived
Hmm.
right into the gaming culture,
Right.
and was exposed to like everything all at once. But Fallout just remained my favorite.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something about it. I mean, some of the games. I mean, I remember Counter Strike. Have you played the newer version of it?
No.
That's on Steam.
It's
Like
been years.
I loaded it up, and I mean, it's newer, and it was kind of
Mhm.
fun, and it was just like instantly flashing back, to those days, and it
Yeah.
was just that was actually the only kind of like online, but it was more of like a local area, network kind of thing. Because
Yeah.
then you had bots or whatever,
Mhm.
so like that was a lot more fun. But like the fully
Yeah.
online based games, I mean, it was just horrible, you know. But yeah, no, there's definitely something to Fallout, especially four, which just kind of dramatically changed from what it was. I mean, three and New Vegas, all of that, or well, at least New Vegas. I went back to it actually pretty recently, like a couple of years ago, where I started playing that, and I just kind of wanted more of the lore and more of the like. I don't mind playing older games, you know. Oftentimes, I can get over the fact that it's antiquated a little bit.
Yeah.
But that one just has a pretty good story, and like I was also saying earlier with Mike and Missy, it's like it's pretty much just like New Vegas fans and the rest, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but
I'm sure there's
no,
a tactics. I'm sure there's a group of tactics fans out there.
there
Uh,
probably is, and I have all that too, one and two, and all of that. It's
mhm.
just I never got to play it, at least not yet. But I
Yeah.
did get the entire bundle a couple of years back when it was on sale, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna snatch all of it.
Oh, yeah.
And and then 76, I didn't get that until December of 2024, and that was a culture shock, because I'm like, what are seasons? Like, what do you mean I actually have to build
Yep.
stuff now and like share stuff online, and like that's a fully online game, like it doesn't work without
Yes.
internet. But no,
Yeah.
like I didn't get it immediately, obviously when it released. Again, like we're all painfully aware of its rocky start. But
Yeah.
so I just kind of waited it out, and when I finally did get it, I mean, it was a whole new game altogether. And
Mhm.
now it's just it's kind of like when I first started playing Fallout 4, because it's just such an experience, and
Yes.
like I can't get enough of it. Like
Yeah.
once you kind of understand everything, you're just sort of
Yes.
uh, familiarized with the mechanics and all that. It's just smooth sailing from there, and then it's just like
Yeah.
all the fun stuff you get to do, right?
Yeah.
Um,
It's like you get bit by a 76
mhm,
bug.
mhm,
Because I hated it. Like I played it on
mhm,
launch. Like I really tried to love
mhm.
the worst game ever. Like they just totally dog watered like the
Right.
Fallout franchise with this. Like, what are we doing? And yeah, I mean, I came back to it recently. I've been playing it now for a little bit over a year, been streaming
Oh.
it for a little bit over a year.
Mhm.
And I just fell in love with it. I was like, okay, wait,
Like
maybe I should
there's something to
back
this.
up. Like, there's something to this game. The community, the way it's bringing community together, the way you can interact with other
Mhm.
players. I think there's some goodness in 76, which I know some people might be like, I don't know about that goat, but I see some good stuff
Mhm.
out of that game for sure for the community.
Yeah. I think it's just some people took a side early on and then just can't let go, just out of principle. But it's
Yeah,
like I don't know, like I tell everybody who's on the fence or whatever, it's just like it's a totally different game. Like
yeah,
whatever people say about it when they're hating on it, it's no longer there. Like
hmm,
like I understand like in the beginning it was empty, like there was a whole lot of nothing to do, at least, that's what I heard, that's what I read. But I mean it's anything but right now. I mean, sure, it's very DLC like, just because you do
yes,
have to spend some real money as well as the atoms or whatever. But it's not that bad.
yeah,
It's definitely not that bad. And with the
yeah,
community around it, where it's just any newbie that jumps in and gets set up, by his buddies or whatever with absolutely everything they need. I mean, where else do you see that?
yeah. No, definitely. And the game itself is in the best place it's ever been right now. There's been such an escalation and all kinds of things
Mm-hmm.
added into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really want to make Fallout friends, if you really want to make gaming Fallout friends, you need to get into the Fallout 76 community, because
Mhm.
just like that, you'll have a whole group of people that just love Fallout,
Yeah.
and they're the type of people that would be so excited about it that, and it's proven, like in my community Discord, I've seen it. All of
Mhm.
these people started with 76, met each other, and now they're streaming Fallout 3, and they all are having watch parties of
Mhm.
people playing Fallout 3 like in the server now. So if you really want to make friends that just love Fallout,
Mhm.
yeah, 76 is where you it's just a great opportunity. There's
Right.
nothing but opportunity there.
So true. And I think the times just kind of caught up with this stuff where a lot of it is, so easily accessible, everything's possible,
Mhm.
something like we couldn't really have this, right? Like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like the games didn't really work out that way. Um, like you would have to do a lot of workarounds and it was still kind of like it was nothing to the magnitude that games are now or can be. I think and it's just like you mentioned. You can build a community, on Discord, and then everybody just kind of meets up in the game. Somebody streaming it, and just overall have a great time. Which I mean, I've been having so much fun with that. I know you have, and it's just I think I mean I'm pretty sure you might mention that on your streams, where it's just like all of a sudden you have two, three, four people that know each other, either through the game that are sort of regulars, or that
Oh, yeah.
have met up in real life, at a convention or whatever, and it's just like um, it just goes from there and it grows into friendships and communities. And so I mean that's definitely my favorite thing to do, an experience for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I mean, I have people come in to stream all the time and they're like, "Hey, do you know this other person?" I'm like, "Yeah. Yeah, I do actually know that other person." I would say the streamer 76 community
Mm-hmm.
is a pretty good community. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of really awesome people,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all like they're all pretty supportive of each other.
Mm-hmm.
People like they just continue going on with whoever gets rated out, and it's literally like its own hub. I just don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to explain it any better than that. There's just such a big amount of people
Mm-hmm.
to your neighbors, like, "Oh, hi."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was just a couple weeks ago maybe. um I was in your stream, just kind of chilling there, and then Zio was there, and it's like a whole conversation just
Yeah.
starts in the chat and stuff, and and then more people just kind of get on, and it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see it kind of snowball too,
Mhm.
like where Zia will be in there and Zia was saying Haxo's there,
Mhm.
and then it's just more and more people, and then they all start bantering with each other, and it's literally like a Fallout reunion.
Mhm. For sure. Yeah. I see that all the time. That's so funny.
Mhm.
Um, right. So I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll get back to
Yeah.
76. I mean, I always like to talk about it. But let's. Are you at all into collecting the official Bethesda merch, or yeah?
Yeah, again, a little bit of like a longer like story and history into that.
Mhm.
So going back to being obsessed with Fallout when, again, back in university time,
Mhm.
I was obsessed with collecting everything. I like any convention I went to, and anytime I could get my hands on Fallout stuff, I was like, okay, 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 I need all of it.
Mhm.
Which as a broke college student, don't know if that was the best idea, but it was my hobby.
Right.
It was my whole personality almost. Um, but then tragically, when I was getting closer to graduating, I was like, okay, well, now I have all of this stuff
Mhm.
and I have no idea where work is going to take me. I don't know if I'm going to end up like
Hmm.
Because again, I was in the Midwest. I didn't know if I was going to end up East Coast, West Coast, South, North. I didn't know where I was going. So I was like, okay, I need to downsize.
No, no.
And I got rid of like 90% of my collection. Like everything. I was giving it away to people, Facebook Marketplace, local
Hmm.
thrift stores. It was so sad, but I was like, I have to downsize. I
Hmm.
have to downsize. And so I was like, this happen. So I remember I had at one point almost every single bobblehead
Oh.
available. So that was, I almost had every single one. And now you can like barely see them. They're actually over here. My camera's
Hmm.
mirrored. They're like up on that tiny little top
Oh yeah,
shelf. All I
yeah.
have is the luck and the intelligence one.
Uh,
That's all I have left
well,
out
those
of my
are
collection.
those are the important ones, right?
Yeah, yeah. So the only pieces from my original collection that I still have is actually mirrored cameras are hard. The Far Harbor poster
Uh-huh.
and this let me go this way. This poster. These are the only two
Uh-huh.
that are like official like Bethesda items that I still have.
From
That's
that
it.
original
The
collection.
original collection.
Uh,
Yeah. And I thought I lost this Far Harbor poster for the longest time.
uh-huh.
I thought it had disappeared. I only had pictures like of me and it was in the background. And I thought I had lost it. And then funny enough, in my most recent move, it was behind another poster, like in the package. And I was like, oh my gosh, my Far Harbor poster. Because if you know anything about me, I'm the biggest Far Harbor stan
Hmm.
ever. I am obsessed with Far Harbor. So I used to have a lot of really cool stuff. I used to have Deathclaw statues. I
Hmm.
used to have prints of Deathclaws, like the old, like actual cutout
Right,
prints of
right.
them. I had all kinds of stuff. And to this day, now I'm just starting to rebuild my collection. I just realistically in the last 8 months have started to start collecting things again because
Hmm.
I'm kind of at a place now. I guess one of the cool things I have that I didn't purchase but has lived with me is the original Xbox Fallout 4 Pip-Boy
Oh, okay.
that came like, and that was just gifted to me,
Hmm.
but that was gifted a little bit later. It wasn't a part of my original collection, but that's one of the older things that I also have.
Right.
But yeah, I love the idea of collecting stuff, but I'm very particular with what I collect.
Hmm.
I'm not the person that's gonna go and buy every new item, even
Right,
though
right.
Vault Nostalgia always has a video about all of the cool stuff that's coming out. I'm always like, okay, well now I feel like I should go buy this, but
Right.
I'm very particular about the stuff that I collect, and I actually prefer to collect fan made stuff, if that makes any
Oh.
sense. Like
Hmm.
I made other vendors. Like
Hmm.
I have a jacket that was made by Atomic Outfitters and it has
Right.
the red rocket
Oh, she's great.
patch. She's awesome. Um I also just like I have this really cool little like red rocket statue that's very like delicate. But this
Oh,
was
nice.
made back in 2017 by a friend
Hmm.
who was also obsessed with Fallout when 3D printing was not as popular.
Right, right.
It's still popular, but it wasn't as popular.
Hmm.
And then I also have like I'd love it when I actually find like jewelers in
Uh-huh.
the Fallout community too. Like this was made by Vulcan Aries. It's an ultrasite
Oh, that's
shard
cool.
from 76.
Right on. Yeah, that's
So
that's that's pretty convincing.
yeah, I really do enjoy collecting like crafted items.
Uh-huh. Well, it
So
just
that's kind of
right.
what I like.
Yeah, and that was totally my next question. Like, if whether you're selective about your collecting efforts, and now we know you are. And I'm kind of
Yeah.
the same way, just because um, I mean, obviously, shocker for everybody out there that doesn't know me. I like everything Nuka Cola. I sort of might have made my entire cosplay around Nuka Cola. But so like everything just kind of, I mean, I have a whole glass cabinet that's just filled with Nuka Cola stuff, and
Oh,
everything else just kind of, like the vault-tec stuff. If it's cool enough, like I'll get it.
yeah.
A lot of that
Mhm.
actually was acquired before like 99 cent store, went belly up. I I would find the 12-inch bobblehead for like 9.99 there. I found a Fallout 76 loot crate at a
Oh,
outlet
cool.
store for $10. So kind of like it was just scavenged,
Mhm.
from all sorts of stores. I didn't actually start collecting anything Bethesda or from the Bethesda gear store right around the same time I got into Fallout 76, so a little over 2 years now.
Mhm.
Which thank you to everybody that is using the codes, mine or anybody else's. It helps a ton. And I always say I wouldn't have had 90% of the stuff that I currently do if it wasn't for people using the codes. So that's awesome. Um, but yeah, like all the different backpack, um, keychains or hangers or whatever. Like it was all sourced, from these very discounted stores. Um, so I mean, I have this the Vault Boy. It's a dice game, right? Kind of like Yahtzee or whatever. So the dice are in there, and that was, I
Oh, that's
think,
cool.
99 cent store. Um, and then it's just like little like comic book stores. Like I will find an older Funko or a bobblehead or anything like that. If it's at a good price, I'll snatch it. But yeah, I'm definitely strategic about it too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I use a lot of the stuff from my collection. Like I do incorporate in my cosplay. Like, I do have plans for both of the Nuka Cola journals, so I'm not gonna just let them sit on the shelf. So, like, I'm not cute with my collection, is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Like I'm not afraid to use it. But then again, like I totally get, people that collect everything there is, every scrap, every memorabilia, anything Fallout.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, the Fallout collector. Uh,
I was about to say, you must be talking about the Fallout. I love the videos. I
oh,
watch, yeah,
it's like
like
a little
every single one.
museum. It's like a little museum.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
very, very close second is that Fallout guy. you
Yes.
know, like
Yes.
those two maniacs are just, well, that maniacs.
Through
The-
their collection, like, I appreciate that. So,
mhm. Yeah.
but yeah, I definitely I'm not really big on statues.
Hmm. Right.
Mirrored camera.
Hmm.
Very graciously given the first launch of the entire like variety pack. It's really tough to
Hmm.
see. But it has the ghoul, Maximus, Lucy, and the
Oh, right, right.
Vault Boy in
Hmm.
it. Um, and I'm very thankful that it was gifted to me because it is really cool. It's a
Hmm.
really cool item, but it's not something that I would go out
Hmm.
and buy. If it's going to be a something, it's going to have to be a very specific type of statue.
Hmm.
Um, I love paper stuff. Like you can kind of see a couple of my like
Uh-huh.
paper
Right.
ice that I have. I just
Magazine
love,
signs, stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
I,
I'm a fan of that type of stuff.
Now, do
So
I see some of the, what is it, the astounding tales, or the magazine behind there?
yeah, yep, yeah. It's yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's one of my favorite ones. I just love the art on it so
Hmm.
much. And then yeah, I do have a pinup poster too.
Uh-huh.
Um, I wanted at one point to get all of the DLCs, and my chase right now for my
Hmm.
collection is getting the original posters for Fallout 76 that launched with the
Uh-huh.
game. but each of them is like minimum $60 to $70
Ouch.
like online. But I want it's just all of the different regions, and now
Mm-hmm.
I'm like they need to make a Burning Springs one,
Mm-hmm.
but that's my chase for my collection. Like that's what I
Nice.
would really love to add to my stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I too love all the posters and all the signage and everything. I just I have nowhere to put them. I have no wall space. It was I just recently put up that Nuka Girl poster and it's on my door, so I had like a hanger thing on there, so I got rid of that just so I can put that up. And then I put the Death Claw and the New Vegas signs right underneath that. But it just felt so weird because I hadn't put up a poster since probably I was like 15 years old or something,
yeah.
you know? Um,
I just stack them all the way up my wall. Like
hmm
every single wall in my last setup was, I'm not even kidding you, from the floor to the ceiling had posters, and I tried to chill out a little bit and I cut down my collection a little bit. So now we're starting over
hmm
and hopefully gonna go more Fallout. I do have a Resident Evil like little thing over
Little
here.
corner.
So, but yeah, a little corner for my Resident Evil stuff,
hmm
but hoping to fill in more Fallout stuff in the future.
Right. Well, there's no shortage of Fallout items out there, that's for sure. Um,
That's true.
but no, I hunted down a couple posters too, mainly for Fallout 4, and it was the Nuka World DLC. Like it's
Mhm.
the Nuka Girl on one side and then the park map on the other. I got it on eBay for like $12, which is I mean, it's kind of
Nice.
wild because they were given out for free at GameStops.
Right.
But again, like back then, I really didn't collect. I had no idea. I just played the game, and
Mhm.
so I missed out on a lot of this stuff. So, and then it's Five Below has been good to me over the past few
Yeah.
years, where it's just like the Fallout 4 mini posters and the perk poster from Fallout 4, and there was one more I want to say, but yeah, over the years, like I would just hit up Five Below every week. There's a couple of them near me, so I would go there all the time. And it would be through other people, through other creators who hunted it down and posted about it. I'm like, okay, it's time to go. Um, but
Yeah.
sometimes it can get really frustrating because, especially like my targets, they don't carry much. And so whenever I would see,
Yep.
somebody else's target loaded up with just about anything, anything from the hot sauce to the fridge, mine would have none of that. And it wouldn't be until right before Christmas where they had, a couple of the figurines stocked up, the creepy
Yep.
Cooper figurine that I refused to get because it looks nothing like him.
It's a little
It's just
it's a
like his
little
expression
spooky.
is
Yeah.
weird. It's like
Mm.
Lucy's good, the ghoul's good, but that one it's just something about it. Um, but and then I just kind of think to myself, like it's so silly to get so worked up about collectibles, but but it's just kind of, if that's what you do, if that's the content you trying to produce, and there's literally nothing that makes it possible, then it's just it's a complete total struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
um but comes with the
Well, and I
territory, I guess.
remember that even back in the day, like back when I first started collecting, you did not see Fallout
hmm
stuff in any department store. Like you would not see it. Like you would see the game in Walmart
hmm
and like that's it. You would not see half of the stuff. You had to go to GameStop or
hmm
you had to go to a game store. That was where you were going to find all of this merch.
hmm
And now you can go to literally almost any department store. I've heard people going to hardware stores and like runnings and finding
huh.
sarsaparillas, like finding the pop
Interesting.
that is, branded towards Fallout. So,
hmm
and you're gonna find you have a good chance. I think
hmm
you have a pretty good chance of finding Fallout stuff.
right.
But back then it was not so easy.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And it's just, I mean, sometimes it's fun, it's the thrill of the chase, right? But it's like
Mhm.
at some point you kind of expect to get rewarded a little bit, because when you're
Yeah.
just striking out from store to store, it's just a little disheartening sometimes. But I mean, I still haven't gotten the Costco pack of the sodas.
Yeah.
Like none of the
Yeah.
Costco's around me have it or have had it,
Mhm.
or like they just refuse to stock it. I have no idea. But
Oh,
oops,
there I went.
we can still hear you.
Yeah, I don't know why that did the thing there. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Well,
Lost
there I
visual.
go. Lost the visual. It was getting pretty greasy there for a second.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes my internet is a little spicy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can definitely. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there I'm back.
I yeah. Sometimes it's just something with the connection. I don't know. Um, but
Yep.
got you back, so we're good. Uh, but I don't know. With the Costco pack, I guess it would have been crappier if I didn't have basically all the sodas already. So it kind of softens the blow, and I was really excited. It was last year, um, around springtime, I think. I found a bunch of those victory ones at a
Oh, yeah.
um, grocery outlet, and it was just because there was a time where everybody was advertising like, oh, go to your grocery outlet, they have victory Nuka Colas. So again, I have a couple near me. One didn't have it, and the other one, because it's a little bigger, had it. And they had a bunch of six packs there, but I didn't want to be, an ass, so I just grabbed a 4 pack. But the next day
Yeah.
I went back, I was like, I'm gonna get a couple more because it was $3.99 for the 4 pack, not 6 pack,
Yep.
4 pack. But I didn't clear the shelves. I left some there, but
Mhm.
it was definitely awesome to find that out. And it was pretty much the only time I found those at a store. Um, Ever since then, it's always sold out. I'm pretty sure that the grapes made it to some of the stores around me, but
Yeah.
I could never hunt those down. But I did buy those, so I haven't tried them yet. So the grapes are
Yeah.
still complete.
Yeah. And
But
yeah, I feel like the way Jones Soda, they were really just trying to get stuff out. I heard that they had a shipment now that's supposed to be in Canada,
hmm
but I'm assuming they're gonna have try to have at least a few more because it finally got over to the West Coast not too long ago,
hmm
and I think I just had my luck was maxed out. One day browsing and they were opening
hmm
the pallet that actually had the Jones Soda, so I just grabbed 2,
Nice.
because I didn't wanna be that person, but then I went back, like, 3 days later, it was all gone
Oh
already.
wow.
So, I was like, "Alright, well, that's my one lucky token that I'm gonna get to use on any type of Fallout drop."
hmm
And I do say, like, the pack is pretty good. I don't wanna talk about it too much because I know those that haven't gotten it yet. I don't
hmm
wanna give them any more FOMO than they already have, and because I
Right.
know that sucks. But, I'm hoping that Jones Soda out to a couple more locations
hmm
because I know that there's still a lot of those that still haven't
hmm
they didn't even have a chance,
Right.
because people were literally taking home, like, 12 cases,
Oh, I know.
and so people, like, didn't even have a chance to get some yet,
hmm
so
Yeah, it was interesting because from what I read, the reason why it started off in the Northeast was it was a Costco issue. Like it was a distribution issue.
Mhm.
Like they didn't think it was going to do well or something. Jones wanted it everywhere from the get go.
Day 1.
But yeah, it was a distribution issue. So, but then when Jones issued the statement that they're definitely trying to get it everywhere, so I was like, okay, yeah, like there's no way this is gonna stay so localized. It just didn't make any sense because if anything, it should have been Vim. in that part of the country.
Yeah,
You know, I'm like,
I wish.
what are you
Oh
doing?
gosh.
um,
I would have been so excited. I think they need that's what needs to happen next. I'm
hmm
just saying.
'Cause-
Uh,
well, yeah, because there's nothing like that. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything besides the coasters, the metal coasters
yeah,
that I finally got. There's a Vim coaster there, so
yeah,
there's maybe hope for
yeah.
Vim,
Well,
but
all of this exclusive stuff, I almost feel like James, Jones Soda needs to really get overseas, and then
mhm.
we need the Pringles to come over here. So then we can
Right,
all just be happy and have
right,
all of the different collabs.
yeah.
That'd be great.
Well,
So,
I heard the Pringles were definitely gonna make it over here, if they're not
yeah,
here already. But yeah, I've been on the lookout for those. Um, but we'll see. I mean, it was
yeah.
just like the whole Dave's hot chicken, right? I mean, that was
Oh boy, yeah.
such a fun thing, and I mean, your reaction was identical to mine, because I was on the horn with them because they hit me up way before Christmas on TikTok.
Hmm.
And like, I don't know if you got the same message, but it was basically just drop your shipping address. We got something you might be
Yep.
interested in, or something like that. I'm like, is this fake? Like, am I getting scammed? And so I was like, research, but I'm like, the account that it was sent from
Yeah.
had like 2 million followers. I'm like, okay, this is legit. Like, but I was still like, well, maybe they got hacked or something. So I waited like a good
Yeah.
month and a half or so, and then I was talking to Spencer about it, and it was like, yeah, same message. And I was still kind of hesitant to drop my address in there, but I finally did. And so we got to talking or whatever, and the person was like, well, where's your nearest location?" I was like, "It's about 10 miles away or whatever." Cuz the whole time they're like, "Oh, we want to send you something." I was like, "Well, you're a restaurant. Like, what are you going to send me the food?" And then they were like, "Yeah, we can't really send the food." I'm like, "Yeah, got it. So like, what is it that you want to send me?" And so we just kind
Mhm.
of left it there. Oh, the person was like, "Well, let us know what location you go to and when you go." But I'm like, "Okay, cool." But I didn't know how that was gonna work because I mean, it took a month, for them to reply in the first place, and then a couple days the next time. So
Yeah.
I'm like, "Great." And then a couple days later, I get a box, and then I open it up. I didn't know what it was because I didn't read the label, and then I open it up, and like everything is in there. I'm like, "Oh, holy crap!" Like I only knew
Mhm.
about the stim pack and the box or the
Yeah.
sleeve that it comes in, and so I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool, like all the chickens and the pins and everything. So it was really like
Yeah.
it just it
All the cool
right.
little things that they add.
Yeah, it totally surprised me, and I totally didn't know that one squeaks too. If you press it at the right spot and like quick,
It does?
yeah,
Okay, I'll have to give it like I get
yeah, like a
like a little tiny squeak
yeah.
and that's it.
Because I that's the first thing
That's
I
cool.
tried. I'm like, this
Mhm.
got to squeak too, and sure enough, it did. Um,
Yeah.
but that was so cool. So I mean, there's just a whole bunch of collabs out there. So it's really
Yeah.
spreading. It's spreading its influence. At least the show is. I think that's what breathing this
Yeah.
new life into everything, and a whole bunch of new fans and cosplayers are emerging, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
um, Perfect segue into the next point, and which is your cosplay journey.
Oh boy.
I
That's
smell
a new
another
one.
long story.
I know that's kind of my tagline. Oh, well, it's another long story. But
That's
um
we're here for that.
yeah, it's this one's a fun one. I love telling this story. So again, going back into university stuff, you guys. We're going back in time again together.
Right.
But so again, going to that tech university, being exposed to gaming, and I just gotta say, I was the most like awkward kid. I didn't know anything about gaming, and all of these people just were so nice. I had such a nice group of people, really just, and I was known as like the goat girl. I was like,
Hmm.
she's the farming goat girl, guys. She doesn't know anything about anything, so we got to help her out. But yeah, everybody was so sweet. Gaming thing. And then there was a group of people that were like, "Hey, just so you know, this summer we're gonna go to a convention." I'm like, "A convention? What's that? What's a convention? What you mean like an egg convention? Like where people talk about combines and corn and animals?
Oh, I
Like that's
love
what you
it.
mean?" And they're like, "No, like a convention where you go and you do cosplay." And I'm like, "What's cosplay?" I just didn't know. I just had no idea, and so they explained it to me and they were like, "Yeah, so like people dress up like their favorite characters, whether it's like from Marvel or anime or video games." And I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." Uh, I was very standoffish of it, but
Mhm.
they're like, "You're gonna have so much fun and it's gonna get you off the farm for the weekend. So like, why don't you just come with us?" And I was like, "Okay, sure, let's do it. But what should I do? I don't want to just
Mhm.
not participate because they made it sound like if you wear normal clothes, you're the weird one and
Right.
everyone's gonna look at you weird." So I was like, "Okay, well, what should I wear?" And they're like, "Well, you like Fallout, so like do something with that." And I was like, "Okay." Um, this was back in 2016,
Hmm.
the summer of 2016, and so that was the season that Spirit Halloween came out with the Vault 111 vault suit.
Okay.
Like, um like when they were really getting
Mhm.
big with it, at least. And so I had picked one of those up, so I was like, "Okay, I'll just wear it looks like a mechanic suit. Like, this
Mhm.
is the most normal thing that I can wear to not make me feel like I'm being, weird and
Mhm.
whatnot." And so I did like a vault suit, but the vault suits back then are so different than the vault
Uh-huh.
suits now. Um, but yeah, I went to this convention. It was an anime convention. I was like the only video game person there. Um, and again, just like in Fallout, like apparel. But I
Mhm.
had so much fun. I just remember it being so much fun and people were just doing cool videos and cool photo shoots and people like walking through imagine like walking through your first artist alley at a
Mhm.
convention like is just an experience
Uh,
and all of the fan art of video games and shows I was like, "Whoa, this is like nerd central.
A
This
whole
is
new
so
world.
cool." Yeah, it was literally like a whole new world to me. I was probably on the ground. Um, so bless these guys for like being so chill with me because they were just so awesome. And I do remember the very last I saw somebody like coming down an escalator as we
Mhm.
were like going up an escalator. Um, and I was like, "Dang, that guy looks like he's dressed like a Minuteman." Like, that's so weird. And I realized that he was, and so I'm not even kidding you. I ran up the escalator and then ran down the other side of the escalator,
That's
like
awesome.
screaming at this person. Like, I was like, "Please stop, please stop." And I'm not even kidding you. It was the best experience. This person, I don't have any contact to them
Uh-huh.
anymore. But they were so cool and they were like, "Yeah, your vault suit like looks really good." Like, because I had a bunch of accessories and they're like,
Mhm.
"The accessories you chose." And it just meant so much to me because his outfit was cool. Like his outfit was just like the full 9 yards of a
Mhm.
Minuteman. Like it was so neat. And he was so nice, and just that first experience, I was like, "Okay, cosplaying's kinda cool. It's kinda fun." And other people are so nice,
I
like,
could get used to
it
this.
works out. So, I could get used to this, yeah, and so I went to a couple more conventions with that same group, and we kinda became like a cosplay group, where we kinda looked like a Fortnite lobby, because none of
Right.
us ever, like, aligned with our o
Mhm.
outfits, but we had a lot of fun. We went to a couple of different conventions and we had a lot of fun. And then, graduating, people start going off, they move away
Mhm.
and stuff. So then our entire cosplay group kind of just like
Collapsed.
collapsed. And not by any ill will or bad
Mhm.
intention.
It just happens.
Across the country, it's harder. Yeah. And so I kind of was like, all right, I had fun. I had a good go. I'm gonna put this now back in its box and I'm gonna go do other stuff.
Mhm.
Um, So then I took a really long break from it. And then again, like I started streaming in 2021.
Okay.
I think it was like early 2021. Um, and early on in my streaming, I had no idea what I was doing. But early on, I tried to do some Fallout content and tried to do like some Fallout branded stuff where like I would wear a vault suit and we'd play Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it just I was really weird, and I know I'm segueing a little bit into the streaming, but I promise it'll come full circle here. But I kind of just went away from doing anything with Fallout on stream in those early years because I was like, this is my comfort game. And I
Mm-hmm.
want something that's mine and that, you know, I don't think it's a hidden thing as a streamer. If you play too much of one game, you kind of just get burnt out of it.
Right.
Like you kind of just
Fatigued.
do. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah. And so I was like, I don't want Fallout to ever be that for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hate the game that I've loved the longest, you know? So I
Right.
was like, nope, Fallout's off limits. We're not streaming any more Fallout. We're not doing anything with Fallout. Nope, we're done. So then I went and did like the whole DBD thing, but then we did a lot of like Resident Evil cosplays. Like I have a Jill Valentine
Mm-hmm.
cosplay, original cosplays back that I had worked on just in my own. Um, and I would feature them on stream, and people loved that. People were like, "Yeah, you should do that more."
Nice.
Um, and then I don't even know how it kind of happened. I think it must have happened when I started streaming 76, and it literally was the luck of the draw because I just randomly one day was like, I actually don't have a game. I don't have a game. I
Mm-hmm.
guess I'm gonna play Fallout 76,
Uh-huh.
and I immediately got raided by like a big streamer and just like had a shit ton of people like in my chat. Excuse my language.
You're
Um,
good.
but I had so many people, and I was like, "Whoa! Oh my gosh, Fallout people!" Because that was, I'm not even kidding. That was realistically the first time I had seen any like a massive group of Fallout
Mm-hmm.
fans, like all in one space together. Because up to that point, I still kind of believed that I was the weirdo.
Right.
I was the weirdo who liked Fallout, and everybody else was kind of into other things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so then I started poking around a little bit, and then my TikTok has been, I've been doing that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I just started, you know, just
Doing the
liking and
thing.
commenting on more Fallout content.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I scrolled onto a ranger dancing on TikTok, and I was like,
I wonder who that is.
Onyx. I found one of Onyx's like old videos, like way
Mm-hmm.
back when he kind of like first started getting going on like TikTok again. And so I just like commented and I'm like A-class ranger or just like something silly. And then he like DM'd me or messaged me back, and then we kind of like got talking more and more just through those means.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, "Yeah, like cosplaying's like fun." I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't cosplayed in like years, like at a convention or anything. Like I haven't really made a cosplay in like years." He's like, "You should. You should do that. Like if you used to do it, you should do it again." I'm like, "Nah, you should just do it." And I was
That's-
like, "Okay. Well, I don't know where I'm going to wear this cosplay to." And he's like, "Well, you know there's a Fallout fan celebration." I'm like, "There's a what?" And so you know, long story short, that's how I ended up going to the Good Springs event too, because that's the first IRL event that I've gone to, any type of like convention or like gathering for gaming or anything in like the last 5, 6 years.
Oh, what?
Um,
Like this past one?
yeah, yeah,
Dang.
like that was. It's been a long. Like I kind of left the
Uh-huh.
cosplay scene, you know, for I hadn't made a new cosplay. I kind of just was working with the stuff that I already had
Mm-hmm.
pre-existing. Um, this entire like ranger trooper outfit
Mm-hmm.
um was put together like in the span of 6 months, which I know that seems like a long time.
I get it. I
But
mean,
game for a bit, I was like, all right, we gotta put something together.
no, that's
So
awesome. That's
but
that's
yeah,
really
and
good.
yeah, yeah. And so I mean, and now I'm not planning on slowing down. I had a really good time in Good Springs. The people were fantastic. Everybody was fantastic, and I found my people. I found the Fallout community like full on. So
Right.
I have a serious question. These guys keep making fun of the way that I say bag.
Big.
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 I don't think I say it weird. I think you guys are wrong.
You
So-
hold it with your hands. Call that a hand bag. You fill it up with dirt and use it to block the water. Call that a sandbag.
Hey, what's a piece of bread with a hole in it called? A bagel.
You go to a bodega in New York City. You get yourself a
Hi
ham cheese
again.
and bagel. Fuck, you did a bagel already. Damn it.
Man, what
I love that.
what a story. I had no idea that was the event that that was
Yeah.
that just kind of brought you back into it. I mean, what an event you chose to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and it's just so funny that you mentioned Onyx because we just talked about that story after the after show, or
Mhm.
like when we just kind of went off the rails. And
Yeah.
he totally mentioned that it was just like it just blew up, like this little dance that he posted up on TikTok, and it's just, like literally overnight, just exploded into like his entire account exploded into what it is now, basically. So it's
Yeah.
just it's funny
Yeah.
how it works sometimes. TikTok
Mhm.
versus Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
no, but that's great, and I just we laugh about it all the time because prior to going to Good Springs, we were telling Onyx, like, yeah, this is gonna be like the event. You're gonna have so much fun. It's just like it's the desert, and he was excited to leave Michigan, and
He
the
was
cold
so
behind and
excited.
everything. And then like it just rains, right, the whole time,
Mhm.
and I'm like, sorry, dude, it wasn't like that last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
But yeah, it honestly, Onyx has the award for getting me to actually go back to a IRL
mhm.
event and get back into cosplay. Like that's totally an Onyx thing. He gets a gold star for
Nice. Yeah, he
for that.
does.
But yeah,
That's
I
that's
was
cool.
definitely like in his DMs a lot, like poking fun at him with his in a good way, of course, like
Hmm.
with those videos. I was like, gosh, man, cosplaying forgot that it can be fun. Forgot that you can do a lot of fun stuff.
Hmm. Yeah. And I mean,
Um,
as long as you own it,
but yeah.
right? Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it helps to put on a kit like that or a costume. It just
Mhm.
kind of transforms you into your alter ego, if you will, or whatever. And all of a sudden, doing all
Yeah.
these silly things is allowed.
Mhm.
It just it works like
Yeah, it
that.
definitely yeah. Well, and that's the thing, and I do think that the Fallout cosplay community
Hmm.
also just has a really fun and accepting energy about them.
Hmm.
When I was sharing the process of building this costume a little bit, pretty quick, I had a lot of people reach out to me online and they were like, listen, not trying to be pushy.
Hmm.
If you need help, let us know. Like, let us know if you got any questions. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. I might take you up on it, but this isn't my first rodeo.
Hmm.
But just the fact that people were so willing to reach out and be like, "Hey, if you need help finding vendors, if you need help, you know, figuring anything out, like with weathering or anything, like let us know."
Hmm.
Like just how fast people are willing to help.
Yeah.
And I've seen that a lot in the Fallout cosplay community, just in the Fallout community in general. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Most of the time, doesn't matter what you're doing in the Fallout community, there's always somebody like really quick, really excited to just help you out, which is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. No, for sure. And, we need more of that. No gatekeeping. I hate gatekeeping
Yes.
and just kind of,
Yes.
well, it's like, like you learned it's, sometime, somewhere too from somebody else. You just take a little bit from that person, you learn something else from that person, so is it, the information should be free, and
Yeah.
how you use it is completely up to you. And I don't know. It's just kind of like when people start to isolate themselves in that way and just kind of
Yeah.
treasure you know, this information with the intention of, I don't know if it's to make money or to just kind of elevate themselves above others. I don't know. To me, it's just such a dirty practice,
Yeah.
and it's just, it has no place in this community. And like every now and then there's a bad apple here and there,
Yeah.
but it's like. I mean, we try to dispense with that, in a pretty rapid fashion, like in the Facebook group and on
Right.
Instagram too. Like, just ended before it even starts, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
just it's so much more enjoyable, when you don't have that kind of negativity around, and just
Yes.
I don't know, just clouds everything and just puts a damper on otherwise a good thing. So um,
Yeah. And that's the only thing that I don't get too worked up about anything
mhm,
really ever,
right.
but that's the one thing in the streaming community that I get a little worked up, and I do like that some of my mutual streamers have the same opinion on that
Mhm,
as me, because there are some people that have the philosophy of, oh, if you've only played Fallout 76, you're not a true Fallout fan.
right.
You are not good enough. Or if you've only watched the show, you're not a true Fallout fan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what a beautiful way though to welcome those people into the community and
Uh-huh.
get them excited about the other content. Just because they started with the show doesn't mean that that's the only place. And if they want to anyway, they can. If they
Mhm.
want to just be a fan of the show, the more people we get interested in Fallout, the more fans you're gonna have. The more fans
Mhm.
you have, the bigger of a community it is. Like, and who doesn't just want to make the entire world, make everybody be a little bit of a Fallout fan? I don't know if you guys are on that same level as me. I
Mhm.
don't know. Maybe I'm just different than you, but I think everybody in the world should like a little bit of Fallout.
Right.
Um, and so, but that's the biggest thing that we deal with in like this. I shouldn't say the biggest thing, but that's one of the big things that I've dealt
It's a
with
big one,
is
yeah.
there's definitely people that are like, oh, well, if you play Fallout 76 and that's the only one you've played, you are not a Fallout fan. I'm like, they are a Fallout fan.
Mhm.
What you should do is you should tell that person, hey, you like Fallout 76? Can I get you hooked up to try 4? Do you
Right.
have any interest in trying 3? Have you heard of Tactics? Have you heard of the original Fallout?
Mhm.
Do you like lore stuff? Do you like strategy?
Right.
What do you like? Like, maybe I could find another game that you'd be interested in. It's just a gateway opportunity to help a person experience the Fallout community
Mhm.
more. And I don't know why people don't take that as a greater opportunity, like more
Right.
at the forefront, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
Fallout Shelter fans,
Right.
okay? They are a part of this community.
Yeah. And
You
now
mean to tell me if they're playing that on their phone daily? Like, that's how I started. I played it on
right?
my iPod, guys.
Yeah.
Like, every day. You like, they're Fallout fans too. Just let them be here. Let them have fun.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's just like, to me, it doesn't matter how you get to it, right? I
Mm.
mean, it's like we're on the same team, so to
Yes.
speak. Like it's still Fallout. And
Yeah.
like this level of elitism, where it's just like, oh well, if you haven't done that, if you haven't played that, like you can't claim the title or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just such a very narrow-minded, thinking mindset that it's just like none of us appreciate. Like I
Yeah.
said, like there's no place for that. And like you mentioned,
Yeah.
if they went about it the other way, like you said, oh, what about this? Are you interested in this, and that? Like, how much, uh, how much easier and how much more enjoyable would it all be?
Right.
If you could just change your mindset a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
so for everybody out there, don't bash 76ers. Don't bash, people that like Fallout 4. Don't bash anybody. Just enjoy the
Use
game.
it
Just
as
enjoy
the
the universe.
opportunity use it as the opportunity to share with those people what you love about the Fallout franchise,
Hmm.
because then they might be interested in it. It's an opportunity for you to share what you love. And
Mm-hmm.
if they're a 76er and you're like, "What, man, I really love 3." They might ask, "Well, what is 3 about?" You know, like what's in it? Like, are some of the same characters in it? Are some of the same styles in it?
Mm-hmm.
And then that gives you the opportunity to be like, "Well, let me tell you about Fallout 3." Like, it
Mm-hmm.
gives you an opportunity. Take the
Yeah.
opportunity. Don't
Yeah.
take the angry route. Take the
Right.
happy route.
Yeah. Exactly. It's that easy. It's really that easy.
Mhm.
I mean, we touched on actually both of the subject of streaming and
Yeah.
the Fallout community conventions and whatnot. But you mentioned that in the beginning, you started with Fallout streaming,
Mhm.
Fallout 4. But what led you to start streaming at all?
Yeah, so that's a tough one. But it's again a good story,
I'm
but
sure it is.
yeah. um I was friends with a few people that were kicking up streaming themselves, and so it was just like another social idea, and then everyone kind of gave me the idea. They were like, "You should try streaming to just get out there."
Hmm.
And then another reason why I wanted to start streaming was because I was having I had a really hard time going from where I grew up
Hmm.
to university with speech,
Okay.
with my speech, which is insane because I'm born and raised in the United States, went from one state,
Hmm.
but I had such a hard time with my accent and just the way that I speak.
Uh-huh.
Um, And so the idea with streaming too is it forces you to talk. You
Right.
have to talk. You have to speak. You have to keep going for hours and hours and
Hmm.
hours on end talking. And so a lot of my friends were like, you should just it doesn't matter if anyone watches you, but you should just do it to train yourself to speak, to hear yourself and work through some of the speech issues you got. And I was like, that's a great idea. Let's totally. And so I did it a lot to kind of help myself with public speaking entities that I got going on,
Hmm.
um, with my speech and everything. And then also the social aspect. I really wanted to make friends. I wanted to connect with the online community because, again, all my friends from college started going off.
Hmm.
And so time zones are not fun.
Right.
So when all of your friends are in a different time zone, that's pretty rough. So the
Looking at
idea
you,
was
Haxo.
gosh dang it, Haxo, texting me at like 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, what the heck? But and it paid off pretty quick. Like, I started streaming, and again, I started with a lot of crafting survival stuff. So I played a lot of like the forest,
Hmm.
and I played a lot of WoW like early on. Um and then I played like some Minecraft and other like crafting stuff as well. But then I really got my competitive game was DBD,
Okay.
Dead by
Hmm.
Daylight. And very quick into that, I made some online friends. Now there's some people that are listening to this that are probably like, "Oh my gosh, friends through the DVD community? What are you talking about?" But they were good. They were good people. They're still friends with me to this day, and so it was an opportunity for me to start making just great friends, and it worked out really quick
Hmm.
from the time that I started. And it was more of just a passion project. It just gave me something to do. Um,
Hmm.
and so, but yeah, that's kind of what got me started. And then I don't know, like my streaming journey is a whole nother thing because there's a lot of lore to that, and I don't know if we want to talk about all of that. Um,
Go for it if you want to.
but yeah. I mean, the quick synopsis of it is I did the whole DBD thing for a while, and the DBD community is like any competitive community. It
Hmm.
can get pretty aggressive, um, and people can get a little icky with stuff. And so then I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to stream anymore. So then I kind of went away from it for a little bit. Um, but then I came back and gave it another go for just a few months, and
Hmm.
then at that point, I had my community Discord up, and then I had some players,
Mm-hmm.
key people join that community Discord, and they were like, man, we just really look forward to seeing you on stream. Like, you
That's
are our
cool.
TV, and we really enjoy talking with you, Goat. We enjoy your down-to-earth personality. We enjoy that you're just willing to share with us what's on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
We like that about you. And so, like, I was like, oh, dang, like, and it was almost kind of like a fear factor. I was like, oh gosh, I'm like, I need to do this for people because I want to make sure that they
Now it's
have something to
real.
look forward to. But then, it kind of just continued to morph, and realistically, like, the last, I would consider myself a very small streamer still.
Mm-hmm.
8 months realistically when I started adding Fallout back into, because I think it's pretty, even during my DBD days, people knew that I was just like a big Fallout fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when I started adding Fallout back into my mix, like I said, the very first time I streamed Fallout 76, I was rated by a very big group of people, and I was just like, whoa, okay. And of course I didn't expect that again, but I
Welcome
was
to
like, okay,
Fallout
well,
76.
welcome to Fallout 76. And so I slowly started putting um Fallout back into just like a normal routine for
Mm-hmm.
my stream, and then just very slowly stuff started building.
Mm-hmm.
um and then the community just started taking off, and I honestly think a lot of it has to do with the community Discord, because the foundation of my community is that we should tend to each other, we should take care of
Mm-hmm.
each other, and we should do nothing but try to teach, help, and support each other. Like, that is quite literally what the foundation of my community is. And so in the community Discord, it's very much, and just right now, like, I know I have a group of 76ers over there running raids together.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing, my goal is that that Discord is not for me. That Discord is for the community.
Right.
It's a space for people to talk about builds, talk about their favorite games, share photos of their favorite games, Fallout games, and any other game. We have all kinds of sections
Mm-hmm.
in the server, but it's meant to be so that they don't need me there.
Right.
They can use that space to get together and meet new people
Mm-hmm.
and build new friendships, because that's why I started streaming. I
Right.
started streaming to make friends. And so my big mission is to honestly not maybe be the person that they land with, but be the person that helps them find their online friend that
Mm-hmm.
then becomes their best friend for years to come.
Sure.
And so when you lay a foundation like that, I don't know.
That's a strong one.
It's a strong one. And so I'm very thankful. But yeah, the whole streaming stuff has just kind of skyrocketed for me, and I've met so many other streamers. I got to meet some streamers in person at Good Springs too. I cried
Nice.
about it. I shared that story. I met Ma Tater and just started bawling in front of her like a gosh darn silly Billy. Like,
That's awesome.
but yeah, I'm very, very thankful for it. And I mean, streaming is definitely a part of it's how I was really introduced into stuff. It's how I really started getting back into like
Mm-hmm.
Fallout stuff more than just a casual enjoyer.
Right.
But
That's awesome.
of all of that stuff, and I'm excited to see what this year brings.
I know. It just started too, there's a whole year ahead. A whole bunch of conventions plans, and
Yes,
whatnot. Um,
so many.
yeah, it's almost, like intimidating at times.
Yes.
It just, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody that's ever attended one or built cosplay or whatever knows what con crunching is,
Yes.
I mean, you can have 2 years prior to that convention to prepare, but yet somehow you're going to wind up, being late on something.
Yeah.
And you're going to be crouching, on the floor like the, little cosplay gremlin, just walking all over the fabrics or props or whatever, slapping stuff together and painting last minute. Then you get there and you can still smell the paint on everything, and You,
Glue sticking in weird
yep,
spots, and the shoulders are a little tight because you maybe glued the seams or
right.
sewed the seams in a little bit too much. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's you have fun with it, and like you said, you meet some incredible people, or people that you've been in contact with for years, and now you finally get to hang out. And I mean, gosh, Good Spring is such a good place for that. I mean, last year, or like this last one, it was my second one, and it was just like the one before that was awesome, and I just didn't think how they could, raise the bar. But boy, did they raise the bar, with everything. Like, I mean, they got the cast and crew of the show. They got so
Yeah.
many different special guests, vendors, and I mean, despite the shitty weather, it was just there
It
was
was
just
still so much
something.
fun.
I know there was just something about it. Like everybody was miserable together,
Mhm.
helping out each other, and still having a good time. And I mean, it was just so comical because at the end of the day on Saturday, I did have a poncho with me that I didn't end up putting on until I was thoroughly soaked, like top to bottom, right?
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, and I still put it on. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm doing it, but like, I'm just kind of tired of the rain, hitting me in the face. So I'm just gonna do
Mhm.
that. I had 3 dry spots. Both of my feet were dry, luckily, because I brought the heavy boots
Mhm.
too. And
Yep.
my
Yep.
under the armor, like a little bit of my chest was dry, and some dry
Mhm.
spots like between my legs. That was it. And then like we're standing
Yeah.
in front of the saloon, and then everybody's umbrellas, are collecting water, and it's just cascading down into my behind my neck and whatnot. And I'm like, I could get mad, but there's really no reason to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just you get some pretty gnarly storms in the games too. So it's just like take it
Yeah.
as you're just part of it.
I was honestly kind of vibing. I was immersed. I was
Uh
like,
huh.
"Yep, I'm in my military uniform.
Mm-hmm.
It's downpouring. I am drenched. I am cold. I'm immersed."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
and
honestly,
that's
like,
honestly that's how we looked at it too. I mean, we camped
mhm.
out, so
Yeah.
we're like in the desert, getting all the rain. I mean, we came prepared. Like we stayed relatively dry. The tents saw some, a little bit of water here and there, but I mean, overall, it was good.
Yeah.
But that Saturday, we woke up and it was already raining, and we're like, so what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Is there anything gonna be happening in town? And then we got a break in the rain, and we're like we're already here. Like, what else are we gonna do? Like, we're not gonna just sit
Yeah.
on our asses, in
Right.
camp. And oh, man, like I'm so glad we did, because I mean we would have missed so much if we didn't just go. I mean,
Yeah.
we're 20 minutes away. Like we just walked to town, and it was just amazing. Meeting all the people. I mean, we saw the cast and crew, and
Yeah.
it was just such an amazing experience. We saw Haxo too, and his
Yes.
cutout.
Oh,
He
heck no.
somewhat survived.
I felt so bad shoving him into my suitcase. I sent him a photo of like him laying over my suitcase like the night
Hmm.
before. And, uh,
That's funny because like he wound up in the shrine, right? You guys took him to the saloon,
yeah.
right?
Well, and he's still there,
Right.
apparently.
Yeah, I
Like
think
he's
he is.
they put a silly video out of him recently, like of him mixing like drinks. It was hilarious. I loved it. I that's all I wanted too. I was
Hmm.
like, as long as he survives and he just lives there until next year, maybe we can make a better one and bring a
Hmm.
better one next year. Because it
Right.
was kind of a last second project.
Hmm.
Because I do have I know you can't see it because it's back behind this outfit, but I
Hmm.
do a cutout of
Okay.
Sheffield.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Oh, I remember
yeah.
seeing that from one of your posts.
So Haxo and Onyx were like, "Hey, goat, we need to make this happen. And I was like, all right, guys, you're cutting it a little close here, but we'll see what we can do.
That's funny.
But yeah, Good Springs was just so much fun. And again, like I didn't know what to
Mm-hmm.
expect. I had been out of the game so long, and I think everybody could agree that a traditional convention versus like an
Mm-hmm.
FFC event,
Yeah.
you're on the ground, you're on the site, like it's a little bit of a different
Mm-hmm.
experience. And so I was like, I have no idea what this event is going to be like. And also Arctic Isopod,
Mm-hmm.
who was the mechanist,
Mm-hmm.
that was his very first convention and cosplay
Oh
ever.
wow.
Like, and so I had been working with him months prior because once he found out I was going, he's like, I think I want to go
Mm-hmm.
because I'm the one who introduced him to Fallout. And so he's like, what do I got to do to go? And so he made his cosplay. So I was kind of like leading him around and everything too. So we were both like kind of figuring everything out together. And then I couldn't find Onyx like that first day because his phone just wasn't
Right.
working. And so like we had been texting and he's like, yeah, I'm with Zio. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like we're going to be there soon. And like, okay, Onyx, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And then nothing. Like, and I was like, I don't know where Onyx is. And then once the cast showed up, which I was right on the road when Walton Goggins drove by.
Oh
Like
right.
I was literally right next to him. I could have reached out. Like it was insane. Able to stay put at the saloon,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't. I was like, I'm gonna go get a photo at the Good Springs sign, and yeah, halfway to the sign, I was like, oh, that's why they told me to stay put. Yeah, that's on me.
Well.
So, but yeah, well, shoot.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, then we finally found Onyx, and then yeah, basically like Onyx, I and Zio were kind of moseying about, and it was so much fun to meet everybody
Mm-hmm.
too. Because again, this is just how the Fallout community branches out. I knew a lot of people, like there were quite a few people that had messaged me, and they're like, "We're gonna see you.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the lookout for us. We're gonna talk to you." And I was like, "Okay, cool." But then, getting introduced to everybody else, like, oh, that's that person, and oh, that's that person, or oh, did you know that that person is the one that runs this account? And I was like, oh, wow, there's so much more going on.
Right.
So
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. It's just like putting the faces to the accounts and meeting these people is just so. It's definitely special, and it's all the more special, where it's just like people come up to you and want to take pictures with you, which is still something I'm getting used to it, and I'll never get tired of it.
same.
I'm saying that right now. It's just it's so surreal, because like
Mhm.
a couple of years ago, like I wasn't doing anything like this,
Yeah,
online or cosplay wise. So it was
yeah,
just like one day, and it was all started by the fact that we were able to get San Diego Comic Con tickets for the first time after like 10 years of trying. That was back in 2024. So that's when I was like, okay, like I'm doing something. Like we're getting in, and I'm doing something, So and that's when the first iteration of the suit was born.
yeah.
And then it was just like the evolution from there on. But like by Good Springs of that year, of 2024, like it was basically what it is now, right? So it's just like it was a good half year where it was just kind of going through the different stages, and it was like a first real exposure, with
Yeah.
just Fallout people, just Fallout. Because like
Yep.
every other convention, I mean, you get a lot of Fallout people, but you get a whole bunch of other stuff too. And so you're
Yeah.
just kind of trying to look for each other. If there's a meetup, good, but if there isn't one, it's kind of hard to
Mhm.
find fellow Fallout people. but this is
Yeah.
a Fallout convention, like there's nobody else but
Yeah.
Fallout people. So, and it's the only one of its
Yeah.
kind until May, where
Yes.
there's going to be another one on the East Coast, which is cool.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I was telling Onyx that, like, well, shit, like I might need you to take a cutout of me there, this time around, because
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna make it there, at least not the first year. So, but
Yeah.
it's cool, that
Yeah.
basically the other side of the country gets to experience something like that too. So,
Yeah, and I hear it's gonna be very 76 coded, which is really exciting.
hmm
But yeah, these FFC events are definitely unique, and I do consider myself kind of like a new to the game type of person still, because really, like, it's really funny. Haxo joked about this a while ago. He was like, "Yeah, you just kind of like popped up all of a sudden."
hmm
Like,
well,
"Oh, thanks."
right.
But yeah, it's yeah, and it just like came out of the blue a little bit. But yeah, no, I agree too. I'm very thankful for everyone, and going to that first FFC, it was really cool because I actually met some people that had been watching my streams for quite a while,
Hmm.
and they didn't
Nice.
even know I was going to be there, and then they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're here! That's crazy."
hmm
So yeah, it's definitely weird having people like recognize you and whatnot, but I'm very that people are so kind and
hmm
so like so sweet. I'm excited for the one in West Virginia. I'm going to
hmm
both
Oh, nice.
this year, so I'm gonna be going to West Virginia and Good
Cool.
Springs.
Nice.
Should be fun.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested in seeing how the West Virginia goes. I mean, I'm gonna be glued
Yeah,
to the screen and watching everybody's stories and
yeah,
photos or whatever. Um, and I hope and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be successful. It's gonna be a different
yeah,
animal altogether, but I have no doubt that it's gonna be
yeah,
totally amazing. Because it being geared, more towards 76. I mean, there's a huge crowd,
yep,
and it's just
yeah,
like it's in a place where there's a lot of real world stuff is again represented in the games, and so I think it's gonna be
yep,
like I can only see it. So many people going to the Mothman Museum, and hitting up all the landmarks and whatnot. So there's just a whole bunch of other stuff that just kind of comes with it, and I'm totally psyched for that.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Good Springs is, I mean, we know it's going to be amazing. I mean, they already
yeah,
started announcing all the special guests too. There's some new
yep,
ones, which is cool.
mhm.
Definitely excited about that. Um, but yeah, so are you? We mentioned it in the beginning a little bit, or I forget if it was in the pre-show, but I know you got some updated cost plans. Is that something that
Yes.
you're going to be presenting at the West Virginia and Good Springs, or what's the earliest that we're going to get to see that?
Yeah, so I have a very ambitious 2026 lineup. Again, I feel like I can't just do anything like a normal person. I feel like I always just gotta go 0 to 100, very very quick. But yeah, I have a full lineup for West Virginia. I have 3 cosplays planned, which is insane because it's
Oh
a
wow.
2-day event.
Mhm.
I will be out there for like the entire week. So again, because I stream a lot of 76, I am planning on doing some tours around, and so I
Mhm.
kind of wanted to have other cosplays available. So I have 3 that are planned for West Virginia. I think I might only get 2 of them done.
Mhm.
But they are 2 brand new cosplays. They have not been featured at all.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, we're now gonna like finally the cat's out of the bag with all of Onyx's stuff. He's already been like dropping a little bit, I guess, which is a okay with me because I also kind of put some stuff out there already.
Mhm.
But I all of my stuff for West Virginia is entirely Far Harbor coated.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one.
Nice.
We have a Far Harbor Coastal NCR Trooper that I'm putting together.
Nice.
You can kind of see the start of the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Mirrored
Right,
stuff is
right.
rough, you guys.
There it
I'm
is.
giving it my best go. But it's back there. That one we already have a little bit of information out on. But then I don't know how much Onyx has said, and so I don't know how much
That's pretty much
a
it.
collaborative thing.
He
Okay.
didn't share much. He
We have
didn't
a
share much.
collaborative thing, but it is a Far Harbor coded collaborative cosplay, and it's a when I say collaborative, I mean like we're going full on. Like I'm shipping pieces that I'm making
Mm-hmm.
over to him, and then
Oh,
he's
nice.
making specific pieces that are shipping over to me, and we're like simultaneously
Legit.
working that will then like be traded either right at the event or
Mm-hmm.
right before the event so that we can make a couple of final adjustments, like if
Mm-hmm.
something needs to be resized a little bit or adjusted to work. But yeah, I haven't done a collaborative cosplay like this in a really long time.
Nice.
So this is really, I'm really excited about it. And then I do have some cosplays that are not Fallout that are going to be rotating
Mm-hmm.
through this year. And then I have a brand new lineup for cosplays that will be at Good Springs
Mm-hmm.
as well. So it's a lot of new stuff this year. A lot of the trooper stuff though isn't look of the NCR troopers, but I
Mm-hmm.
might not always be a trooper. Might still be NCR stuff, but might
Mm.
not always be a trooper. But that's all I'll say.
Hmm.
Um, so, but
Interesting.
yeah, cosplays planned for this year. So,
Nice.
again, can't build my have to stay away from the Vault nostalgia videos, so I don't feel like I have to buy stuff for my collection, because if I were to do that, I would not be able to do all the cosplay stuff
Right.
that I want to do. So,
Compromise.
um,
I get it.
compromise, sad compromise. I will say I do have the pre-order for the Nuka-Cola Quantum bottle though. That's gonna drop
Oh,
in
do you?
YouTube. Yeah. I'm
Nice.
excited about that one. That's probably the biggest thing that's coming my way for my
That's
collection.
that,
But yeah.
that's cool. I'm excited for you. I did get to hold it at the celebration, so
Yeah. That's awesome.
it was cool. And I
So
wasn't
cool.
surprised by the price tag at all, because
Yeah.
the representative there, she was like, it's gonna be between $50 and $100. So I'm like, whoa. So
Yeah.
I was ready for that. I didn't end up getting one because, like I mentioned earlier, I have to be incredibly strategic about this stuff. You know, a lot of the stuff was
Yep.
already on pre-order, and it was just kind of because again, I get the majority of the stuff, you know, through like either the commissions or the gift card money, you know, and so it's just
Mhm.
like we never know what's gonna drop, you know, like today, like there at midnight there might be another, you know, new merch
Right.
at the gear store. So not knowing ahead is just kind of tricky to figure out what it is that you want to get and what to, you know, kind of wait on or whatever. I still want to get the new Pit Boy for sure, but
I want to get a new Pip-Boy so bad, but I just cannot justify. I
mhm,
cannot justify buying one. So my
yeah.
sad little 2016-15 one is
Hmm.
that's the one I got.
I mean that one's still pretty good, you
It
know.
is.
Like they're still pretty good looking. They definitely look the part. But yeah, I mean same here. And I know because the newest one, I mean, it's still on pre-order, so it's gonna be a while
Mhm.
before it actually gets off the pre-order. And the show one just sold out, you know, for the first time
Yeah.
on the gear store. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be around for a while, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and that one's even $100 more expensive. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
I just want one that has an actual screen, and I know that
mm-hmm,
that's gonna be a
mm-hmm,
little cheeky expensive.
yeah,
So
yeah. The one from the show, I mean that's pretty good, and I mean it survived the rainstorm, it survived everything, still works, you
yeah.
know. So I mean, just a testament to its built quality. So I'm happy with that, you know. And that one's still pretty good. The newer one looks to be a little bigger. Looks like it has a bigger
Mm,
screen and everything. It even has the mini games in there, so it's definitely packed with features. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but
It'd be
yeah.
fun to line up all of the Pit Boys,
Mm-hmm.
like in a museum, like some of the very first ones that were drawn.
Mm-hmm.
One that I have, you still have to open up that front face for the
Mm-hmm.
for your phone or
Yeah.
your iPod.
Yep.
And so that compared to some of the new stuff, it'd be cool
Mm-hmm.
history of IRL Pit Boys.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty sure that Fallout collector would be the one to go to.
yeah. If he's listening, please do
Right?
a video.
Well, I mean, he's been appraising his entire collection, and I
Yeah.
know the Pip Boys did make an appearance. I mean, he's got all of them. He's got all the different editions
Mhm.
and like the different paint jobs or and whatnot. So I mean, it's definitely cool. There's just so much stuff out there, so
Yeah,
much exclusive
there is.
stuff that's probably never gonna resurface ever again. Which is
Yeah,
which
for
is
sure.
cool. You kind of have to have that, to kind of retain that exclusivity and
Mhm.
the rarity of things. So I'm totally fine with it. Um, but yeah, before we wrap it up here, any chance you got for a shout out or anything that you want to mention that you haven't yet? The floor is yours.
Oh boy. Um, yeah, I mean, just thank you for having me. Love the Fallout community. Everybody, like, keep doing your thing, keep
Hmm.
being inviting to new people. Let's make everybody a Fallout fan.
Hmm.
So be inviting, be excited about all of the upcoming events. Like, I guess if I were to shout out some people, I'm not going to shout out Haxo. Haxo gets shouted out enough.
I know, right?
Um, it's because Haxo's so cool. Um, and everybody knows Onyx already, but I guess maybe like highlighting Atomic Outfitter. I
Hmm.
really like her mission and the stuff that she's doing. She makes some really cool apparel and stuff. And
Yes.
like she traded a jacket. Like I brought a jacket that had the New California Republic. Like I had painted it myself on it,
Hmm.
and she traded a jacket. So
Nice.
she just wants and also like she was giving jackets away to people that were not wearing warm enough clothing at
Oh,
the
that's
actual
awesome.
like celebration. She is good. Her mission is like her heart and everything is in the right place.
Hmm.
Like support her if you can. She's really cool. I'd also say the vendor hunt group,
Hmm.
they do some really cool stuff in 76. They're really about just making the game exciting and inviting to new players as well. I know they're primarily on Xbox,
Hmm.
but they have a really cool mission too. They're here to like make the game interesting for people who have maybe been playing it for a little bit too long. And they like have a game in a game. So that's a really cool group out
Hmm.
there as well. And then just to shout out maybe some of the streamers that I think have their heart in the right place would be Plorg, and Mautator. They're definitely great people. I think they're pretty big leaders in the 76 community. Knowledgeable, loving, caring, charismatic. Very good, very good people.
Hmm.
So if you're interested in like if you like watching Twitch streams, they might be some great people to check out. So, but I think that's all. I could shout out people all day. I'm too much of a cheerleader for everybody.
No, that's
um,
that's great. Um,
yeah,
yeah, I totally understand, and you don't want to skip people or leave somebody out,
yeah,
but it's just there's a whole bunch of people that definitely deserve all the accolades, all the shout outs. A bunch of people have been good to me, and a whole bunch of other people too. So it's let's just keep it up. um, but just a little fun questionnaire to top it all off that I just started doing. Here's where I catch you off guard. I'm just
oh
kidding.
boy.
I'm just kidding. Um,
Flash round.
right. Um, So for the first one, if you were to be cast in the TV show Fallout, what would be your role?
Uh, absolutely NCR trooper. Like I am absolutely NCR coded. Put me in coach. I'm ready to be an NCR background person.
Nice. Mike from Punch It Graphics said the same thing, like almost verbatim. That's hilarious. A good choice. I hope we get a lot of those before the
Yeah.
season's wrapped up.
Yes.
What would be your job of choice in the Wasteland?
Wasteland. I feel like I wouldn't be doing a service if I didn't say like a Brahmin herder or something.
Oh.
Like I'd have to do something with critters. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm too coded for that. So I don't know, maybe like a caravan
Mm-hmm.
person, you know?
Right, right.
I
We need
Ashcan Carla, maybe.
right. We need goats in Fallout.
Please. Please, can we get goats or sheep? We got chickens, which, I'm happy about that, but
Right.
yeah, goats or sheep would be great.
Well, we
I
got a
guess we have
sheep
a sheep
squatch.
squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need goats, people. Um. Okay. Here's an easy one.
Okay.
What's your favorite character out of the entire Fallout universe?
That is an easy one, but I know anybody watching that knows me is just going to be like rolling in their chair right now. It's definitely Nick Valentine. I'm a little bit of a Valentine stan, whether it's Jill Valentine or Nick
Mm-hmm.
Valentine. It's just the favorite comfort characters. Either that or Kate
Uh huh.
from 4.
I like Kate too. I
They're
think she's
awesome.
still my
So,
companion.
yeah. Yeah. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I think she's developed a little bit of romantic relationship with my character at this point. uh, all right, and the last one, your favorite food in Fallout, pre-war or post-war?
Oh gosh. This is actually really funny. I wish I would have brought it up here. I think Dandy Boy apples. I
Oh,
actually have a bunch of Dandy Boy apples,
oh, the
like
boxes.
containers that
Nice,
I've made. Yeah. So I would say Dandy Boy apples.
nice. That's cool.
Favorite chem is Jet, just to make some people mad.
That's funny, and it's just it's hilarious because I don't think I've ever used chems in 4,
Hmm.
but I can't live without them in 76. Like it's buff
Yep.
out, a little bit
Yep.
of jet, you know. Buff
Yes.
out probably is the most prevalent one, just because like I'm over cucumbered all the time.
Yes.
So chem is my poison of choice. But Dandy Boy apples, that reminds me, like I need to make some of
I
those
know
too. That's a good
yeah, it's
prop
kind
to
of a
have.
random one off the shoot. Either that or what is it called? It's from Far Harbor. It's the Captain's Feast or
Oh,
something like that. Like
right.
that's a good one. That's a
Mhm.
good one too.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are my 2 lock-in answers.
Nice, nice. Um, yeah, I think I always like when it comes to food, it's a lot of squirrel bits and a lot of raw meat. Just
Yep.
I don't even cook it. It's just raw meat. Um, but
Yeah, I think last night I think I ate 70 spoiled meat to get my ghoul character fully glowed up, like because I
mm,
just didn't have any toxic goo, so I just was eating spoiled meat,
that's
as one
funny.
does in the wasteland,
Right.
just eat 70 pieces of spoiled meat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, it's spoiled, so it probably shrank a little bit too. So I mean, you need the
yeah, can
nutrients.
carry more.
Um, but no, this has been great. I mean, great answers, great stories. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on here. It's been a blast, absolute blast, and I hope you've enjoyed it. You've had a good time.
It has been an absolute, yeah. I love, like I said, certified yapper. I am a streamer. Talk too much.
Uh, And I was hoping we would get that. It's just like I said before I asked you, or when I asked you, I'm like, yap away. I mean, that's yap away about Fallout. We good.
Yep,
Um,
absolutely.
but listen, the door's always open. You know where to reach us. Any of us. You're always welcome. Your streams are wonderful. It's so much fun. And like you mentioned before, people that's their TV. I can see that. I mean,
Yeah.
I flick it on every time I get the notification. So it's a whole lot of fun. Um, but yeah, uh, we'll be looking for you at Good Springs because I think that's going to be the one and only con that we're going to catch you at, because I don't think any of us are going eastward. Um, hopefully you enjoy all of that. Hopefully your guys' cosplays are absolutely fantastic and the collab goes well. I'm pretty sure it will. Uh, all I ask is a lot of silly videos with Onyx weathering his coat.
Oh, always. I am so excited to see what shenanigans we get up to. Yeah, we've had, I don't know, there's been like 3 or 4 videos that have surfaced from a couple of different accounts, and every single time I'm just like, yeah, we're a little silly.
hmm We're all here for it. Like you got to be a little silly to enjoy the fun. I mean,
Mhm.
that's what it's all about. Um, but yeah, once again, thank you so much, and I guess there's nothing else to say but to sign off. So you've been
Absolutely.
listening to and hopefully watching the Wild Wastelanders Wednesday podcast with the Nuka Boy and Pickled Goat. But for now, Marty signing off.
Just
Bye.
another night with the Wild Wasteland.
Get a little bit more.
Dirty enough. It looks like it needs like a little bit, like just a little bit.
The Michigan dirt's too dark. I need to get the authentic Mojave dirt in there.
Make sure you rub it in really good.
Yeah.
Circles, circles.